Yuko.
Hello. Hi, how are you?
Good, good. How are you
Good.
doing?
Good. Did you just came back from running?
No, I have my hair tied up and I was too lazy to put it down because it's gonna be like messy.
Oh, no. I thought because you are full of energy, so I thought you already like did the exercise.
Oh no, I was sitting down earlier, then I
Yeah.
seen you stand up. You're standing up, right?
Yeah. I always standing up.
Yeah, so I was like, I'm gonna try standing up now just because sitting down is like you're limited, you know? But when you
I
stand up,
know.
I get to like
You get
kind of
to
shake
move
off
more,
my
right?
energy or
I know. Well, recently I see some of your video, you just standing up and talking too, right?
yeah.
Yeah. So I like standing up. It's like, yeah, like I feel I can explain better. I can talk better.
Yeah. Yeah. That's what I'm
Yeah.
learning too, because when I sit down, I
Yep.
feel like um I don't know. I guess with standing up, I have the more energy, like the energy is flowing easier and
Yeah. I can see that.
Yeah. I know.
You know what? I was watching your videos, right? And
Uh-huh.
then I I noticed, oh my gosh, she's another sister from another mother.
Yeah,
You
yeah.
you have to watch with me and Susie, right?
Uh,
Because the reason
okay.
is,
Oh, you
ah!
juggle too. Let me see.
So okay, I'm not as good as I made these ones, right?
Oh, you made them.
Yeah,
They are
I
very
made.
nice.
Oh, thank you. I put the soybeans in it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, juggles, right? Because when I was a kid,
Uh-huh.
we used to make those ones,
Oh,
right?
really?
And
Uh-huh.
that's one of our toys,
Yeah.
right? So
Yeah.
I'm not really good at it, but I
I'm
just like,
not good
oh
at it either,
no,
but
but
I just
yeah,
practice.
juggles, right? Yeah,
Yeah.
just juggles like this.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, and
Nice.
I thought maybe I should just,
Oh,
oops,
that's pretty
just did
good.
it.
Yeah,
Oh
you
my gosh.
go.
Oh, thank you. But like I was just like, oh my gosh, she's another sister from wait. She's my sister from another mother.
But yeah.
According
I
to
love that.
Susie. I know.
Yeah.
But it just that made me excited. I thought maybe I have to do surprise for Rosie. I gotta do juggles anyway. So
Yeah, I like that. I did not know if I didn't juggle, then
I know. Well, the reason is juggling is at the beginning of pandemic in March.
hmm
I thought I all of a sudden I had a time,
Yeah.
right? I just like I gotta do something, but I have to have kind of useless skills.
hmm
I don't know. I came up with like I need to have some useless skills just to
Yeah.
keep me busy.
Yeah.
So I made those juggling balls.
Nice.
Yeah, so I started doing it and just like, hey, I'm getting better. So at the beginning, I post so many videos and juggling, me
Oh,
juggling.
you, uh-huh.
Yeah,
I
I
like
wanted,
that.
yeah, thank you. Because I wanted to prove myself. I couldn't do it, but as I
hmm
keep practicing do it, it's getting better and better, right? I'm kind
Yes.
of, yeah.
Yeah, so
So,
that's what I'm doing too. Like I practicing. First I
yep.
start off with one ball, like going back and forth, then
Okay.
two balls back and forth. Now I'm
Yep.
at three, but I can't do it continuously yet.
I know. Yeah.
Yeah.
When did you start it though? When did you start doing it?
Often off and on for like a year and a half. But just
Okay.
recently, like 2 months ago, is when I wrote a note for like my evening routine to juggle 2 minutes at night. But that
Oh,
two
okay.
minutes turned into like 3 to 4 minutes because when you get going, you just go.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
yeah,
So
so
what those things does it to you? Like it's just is it working or like working on like concentrations? Because I find it if I don't engage the moment,
hmm
right? If
yeah,
I'm it's hard to do it.
yeah.
I kind of learned that way. But what are you learning out of it though? Like doing.
Um, I guess just the concentrating because when you're juggling, at first my mind is everywhere. I think of everything going on, and then
Yeah.
the more I focus, the more better, the better concentration I have of using the balls. And I just
Mm-hmm.
do it for me as something that I want to learn, like, hey, I
Yeah.
can juggle if I start, you know, it doesn't, it's just like the 100 video challenge. It's,
Yeah. It just gives you confidence and building
yes,
momentum.
yes,
Yeah, I know
yes.
what you mean though. I know what you mean. Yeah, I really get it. Like starting gives me a confidence too. Like, oh, I can juggle. Like
Mm-hmm.
same things. I start from one
Yeah.
and then like, so that's good. That's
Yeah,
good.
nice.
I just want to surprise you like little different introductions maybe
Yes,
like
you did surprise me. I was like, oh, you go juggle too. Nice.
I
I
do.
like that.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So I want to have a few questions and time is important. And then I noticed like you getting really good at speaking, right? I could feel emotion,
Hmm.
right? Like, do you practice? Like, how do you have anybody have the role models? Like, okay, like just when you speak like that.
Um, I did Lisa Nichols. I don't know if you heard of
Yes,
Lisa Nichols.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
of course, of
yeah.
course. Yes,
So
yes.
when I first started the journey, I was listening to Lisa Nichols and her story and the way she speaks. It touched me. I'm like, whoa! I wanna be
Yeah,
a speaker. You know, like I want to learn from her. So I
yeah.
did. I took like a workshop in San Diego, and I got to do her. I think it was like a 2 or 3 day workshop, and
Nice.
to talk about, to learn about like speaking and stuff. And I'm still struggling because I want to be a better speaker.
Yes.
So earlier today I was learning about like learning to what is it, warm up our vocals.
Yes, yes.
Yeah, so one of them was like, like loosen up your body first. So that's what I did
Oh, okay.
before
Yeah,
I
yeah,
came on,
yeah.
like, okay, loosen it up. And then the other one was using the tongue, like,
Oh, that I cannot do that. Yeah.
yeah. So
Wow.
I just learned today, but so I'm gonna try to practice that every time I go on a
Wow.
live, because I still get
Yeah.
nervous, and I was like, why am I getting nervous? Like, scared of judgment. Like, I thought I was over that, but then it's like it creeps up again. So it's like relearning that again. So
Wow. Wow.
yeah, so like learning to do like hums and chants, like what was like like going up and then going down.
Oh, I didn't know those things that like you need to practice like the sound, like,
Yeah,
up and down.
I didn't know that until just earlier today. I was like, okay, because I've been
Wow.
researching like how to be like a better speaker, and
Yeah.
and just like any little tools. So because that right now is like I'm kind of like into that right now. I don't know
Yes.
why. Just because I want to improve.
Yep.
And just like how I can't I have a dyslexia tutor right
Hmm.
now.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so we practice spelling and writing sentence, and I can't spell.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah.
watched one of your videos. Yeah.
Yeah. So I
Yeah.
got some tools where she's gonna, because she knows what part I'm struggling with. So if I
Okay.
can be able to learn how to sound out those letters and those vowels, that my communication skills and my it will enhance, and so I can add more vocabulary to my speaking, because I'm limited, because I can't say a certain word, so I don't say it in my vocabulary because it doesn't come out right.
I never noticed that. I just never guessed because
Yeah.
to me, like you speak perfect. Like
Mm-hmm.
you're very expressing yourself and your words are wonderful,
Mm. Mm-hmm.
right? But it's like you're all practicing, right? That's
Yeah.
behind it, you're practicing too, right?
Yeah.
Wow,
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's I'm still learning.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
and having fun in the process too of it.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
so how long you been learning though? Like, getting tutors and everything too.
I just started like
Did you?
last week.
I believe. like you're quick, you can learn anything, almost
Mm-hmm.
everything quick because
Yeah.
you put so much energy into it. You're not like detouring and like once you focus, you can
Mm-hmm.
focus, right?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
I believe you're that kind of person.
Mm-hmm. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Rosie's on fire. I'm sure you have a rest sometimes, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so that's something. You always post very healthy food, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's so yummy. So you think like by trying to have the focus what you want to be, the eating habits really helps. You think
Yes.
that way too? Yeah.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's why I was working with my plant-based nutritional coach, and it's like learning to incorporate more plant-based in my diet because I wanted to have a challenge for myself to see, okay, if I can go more plant-based,
Yeah.
how would my mental clarity be, my focus, and I realized that it gave me a lot more energy. I was able
Yes.
to see more clearly, and then stuff will come up along my
Hmm.
journey, and then my using food as a way to, because sometimes when I get stressed out, I go
Yeah.
and turn to food. And it's like
Hmm.
coming
Hmm.
back and realizing, are you really hungry? Or maybe you're just thirsty.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah.
using the like learning about like, okay, I'm going to the cabinet to look for chips or salty or whatever. It's like to come back and like really learn about like my emotional eating. Like, why am I doing this? Because it's a habit that I've been, like emotional from childhood um, that I turn to when I'm stressed out. I turn to food,
Oh,
thinking that it will,
most of
yeah,
us,
thinking that it
like
will
most of us.
release the pain, right? Like you
Yeah.
eat it, and be like, oh, I'm satisfied, but the pain is still in there. The emotion is still in there. So it's learning to be aware of that emotion and come back within yourself and kind of going in and like, okay, what am I stressed over of? Instead of turning to food to go back and look inward. And it's really hard sometimes because sometimes you know, I'm
It,
unaware. And then I just go and grab chips or eat whatever, chocolate.
yeah, it's a pattern. Yeah, it's hard to break the pattern too, right? Especially
Yes.
since we get used to it too, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. Wow. So that's really good. You're just kind of like pause and ask,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then just like,
Yeah.
like
And it
not
doesn't,
eating it. Yeah.
yeah. And it doesn't happen all the time. There's sometimes where I forget, like I'm not thinking. I just like, oh, chips, like, oh, it tastes so good. And then
Yeah.
afterwards, like, oh, like I could have been more mindful about it. So
Yeah.
like with mindfulness is like, it goes with everything.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Yeah. It's like most of the time, no eating the chips
Mm-hmm.
make me feel better too, make us feel better,
Yeah.
right?
The
We
saltiness.
I know. Like if we didn't, if we didn't eat chips, don't eat chips. We
Mm-hmm.
know, like it's if
Mm-hmm.
we eat chips, like
Yeah.
but oh my gosh, sometimes it's
Yeah.
hard. I'm not
Yeah.
perfect. I don't eat as healthy as you do, but like, sometimes say like I make something and then just like, oh, I'm gonna have like little apple squares or butter tarts. And then just, it's okay to have one, but then just
Yes.
like it's like a one and a half or one and quarters and just like I have it and just like, oh,
Yeah.
what am I eating? It's over the limit. And then start to feel a little yucky because it's like sugars and carbs and everything too, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
absolutely. Yeah, and
yeah.
and that goes to where like learning to have cut fruit or vegetables in the fridge in the
Yeah.
container waiting for you. Because
Easy.
sometimes when we crave for food, is our
Yep.
body missing nutrients. Our body is actually needing that vitamin E or vitamin C that
Yeah.
that we're not aware of. So when we crave certain food, is our body craving nutrients.
Mm. So you
Yeah.
can't like that's why sometimes we mistakenly replace with sweet stuff or like a junk food. But
Mm-hmm.
it's better to have prepare the healthy food, fruit, veggies in the fridge. You can just it's, you know,
Yeah.
more accessible too, right?
Yeah. It's
Ah,
just
yeah,
as
yeah,
my kids, like we have apples and oranges in the fridge, but if I don't cut them up, they won't eat it. So it's like, now it's like, okay, I have to cut up the apples and put it in the fridge, and the carrots where they can see it.
Yeah,
So when,
you're right.
yeah, because if you see them like a whole apple,
Yeah.
they don't want to eat it. But if like,
Yeah.
hey, I cut up the apples, you guys can go and help yourself.
I know exactly what you mean. You have to leave stuff where they can see, right? The
Yes,
fridge.
yes.
If you put a little bit of, in like somewhere in the bottom, they're not
No,
gonna see it.
nope, nope.
I know exactly what you mean. Like I tell my husband and kids, like I have lots of healthy food. Where? It's right there. I can't see.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
same things like, I have to wash strawberries or raspberries,
Mm-hmm.
make it easier for them to eat.
Yes.
Yeah.
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 Because if you don't do that, it goes rotten, or they just rather choose some other choice.
Yeah. Oh
Yeah.
yeah. Yeah. Oh yeah. So yeah, I try to have like just recently what I did start doing is I love nuts, right? I buy nuts.
Mm-hmm.
So I put like, peanut butter jar.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like clear and visible. And I
Yeah.
have lots of same empty peanut butter jar. So I put nuts in a peanut butter jar and just leave them on the counter so they can see. If I put them
Yeah.
in the cover, cupboard inside,
Uh-huh.
they're not gonna eat them.
Yes. Yeah. Same as
Yeah.
my family.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's kind of like I find it sometimes hard. I try to eat healthy, but my family they don't really into it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you sometimes have that problem too, or you sometimes feel, or your family all participate in your diet? Just
Um,
wondering about it.
well, my kids are, they're like half and half, I guess. Not,
Hmm.
but it's my husband, he's very good. Like his diet is very, I think his diet is more better than mine.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's I don't know. I never seen maybe, the man like that except for Terry.
Yeah.
Terry said I like putting mixed nuts in oatmeal.
Oh, yes, I do too. Like walnuts in my oatmeal is, it has because the nuts are like healthy fats. So it
Hmm.
helps with the brain. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know what? In Chinese, it says like the shape,
Mm-hmm.
the food shape, it's
Mm-hmm.
kind of representative what you inside your body. So
Yes.
yeah, you know that, right? So
Yeah.
walnuts like a
Uh-huh.
brain. That's why it's
Yeah.
good for your brain too, right?
Yeah. And it looks like a brain.
I know. Think about it like, ooh. But it's makes sense if you think that way too. Makes sense. Oh, this is like nut, the walnut, it's good for the brain. They have too.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly.
Wow.
That's
Yeah. Wow. So that's good. It's because I always wondering like, she's the only one doing this diet, food, or
oh.
maybe family helpful, you
Mm-hmm.
know, participate. So I'm kind of curious because I don't want to force.
Mm-hmm.
I live with men, right? And
Yeah.
then they eat whatever, but they eat good, but they
Mm-hmm.
don't eat like as healthy. But it's
Yeah.
okay. I can't, force them, right?
Yeah, exactly. I don't force anybody in my family. Like we have
Hmm.
it, but my little one, she's pickier. So for me, it's
Hmm.
like a challenge. Like, okay, how can I, introduce her to new foods to try?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. It's all about idea too, right? Make it more
Yes.
fun, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yes.
accessible. Yeah,
Uh-huh.
that's so good. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, I have a couple more questions. Time
Okay.
flies.
I know, right?
Sorry, I spent first 5 minutes just juggling.
That's
Juggling.
the fun of it.
Oh my gosh. So I was the other day, actually, when I was doing IG Live, right? Was like you're still working forgiveness and you're still doing those things. It's forgiveness is your life purpose. Is it like that still?
Like forgiveness and compassion, yeah. To me
Compassion,
is
yeah.
more is like how can we connect with our heart so people can know themselves again? Because I think there's
Mm,
a lot of people out here that don't have the heart connection with themselves and they lose themselves. So it's learning to come back to ourselves and connecting with the one in here that has all the answers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I remember you said like, we have everything in here, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow. That's so good. I know. I think so. It's true because like when we don't have ourselves,
Hmm.
it's easy to lose ourselves.
Yeah.
And then we can't think straight. We can't think. I don't know how do I explain, but it's tiring. And then we'll I wish I could find the English words, but I really get it. I know what you mean though. So it's like so you're working towards like it just how to say compassion, right?
Hmm.
And then uh
Like
help me
understanding. Yeah.
understanding.
Yeah. Like,
Sorry.
yeah, compassion,
Yeah.
understanding, forgiveness, like the whole thing. Um, it goes together, I guess. Does it go to, yeah.
So, yeah, I believe it. Because like, the other day I had IG live with Japanese girl.
Hmm.
She's an actress in Japan actually. So we were gonna talk different things, right? But all of a sudden she started crying and just like,
Oh,
what's happened? So she is working on forgiveness for her
oh,
parents.
uh-huh.
And then you showed up.
Oh, how funny. Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, yeah. So
Yeah.
I was kind of explaining to her like
Hmm.
the why she started Rosie start working forgiveness. And she was like, wow. She was so impressed,
Oh, uh-huh.
right? That made
Uh-huh.
her feel a little better. She didn't feel like she's alone, right? There's
Yeah.
somebody's always trying to make the world better from your
Mm-hmm.
painful experience,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So
Wow, that's
I know,
amazing.
I know. It just sounds like you are just like, you knew we were talking about you.
I know. I just had a sense, and I was like, "Oh, let's go to Yuko's IG," and then that's pretty
Yeah,
funny.
I know,
Yeah.
I know. Yeah. So
Oh.
she's working towards it and she's still 30 years old. She's
Mm-hmm.
young,
Mm-hmm.
but she used to blame a lot. Not the not much parents. She just like everything my fault,
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
She so and then like parents still really hard on her,
Mm-hmm.
right? And
Mm-hmm.
parents even told her because she's an actress, she's starting speaking up her painful experience too.
Mm-hmm.
Her mom said, "Do not use our family name. It's shame.
Mm.
It's embarrassing."
Oh, yeah, that's
Yeah.
hard.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so she hasn't get a hold of parents for a while,
Mm-hmm.
right? So but I
Mm-hmm.
told her, do what your heart says,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yes.
And then
Yes.
yeah, have a healthy boundaries,
Mm-hmm.
right? But the
Mm-hmm.
parents they are doing the best what they learn,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That's probably the forgiveness, yeah,
Yeah.
too,
Because,
right?
yeah, our parents, they're doing the best that they know of,
Yep,
and
they
it's
know.
it's hard to come from like the culture, and when I first stepped out, I was scared of like what my mom and stepdad would think. And my mom, she like supports me in everything, but my stepdad, he doesn't understand, so
Oh,
it's like
yeah,
it's hard when it's like a family member not supporting
very
you.
hard, very hard. Yeah,
but
yeah.
but I have to
Yeah,
stay true to myself because he doesn't understand, and to me, I don't hate him. I understand my stepdad where he's coming from. Like when
yep.
I see him, I see like, oh, he's still suffering from his childhood, and just sending in the love and compassion, because some people, I have to understand that they're not going to get you, and
No,
it's okay,
no. Yeah,
and it's okay.
yeah, it's okay. I even
Yeah.
told her, yeah, I totally agree, Rosie,
Mm-hmm.
because I even told her, do not focus on the people don't understand you,
Mm-hmm.
right? That's
Mm-hmm.
waste of energy because you got better mission to do that.
Yes.
You
Yes.
gotta do your work,
Mm-hmm.
right? And then
Yeah.
I think it's like I understand if he doesn't get it, it's okay.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that's what I had to learn. Like, oh, it's okay. You know, he has his own sufferings that he hasn't dealt with.
Yeah.
And then to me, it's like I can still go over to my parents' house and give him the love and compassion. You know,
Yeah.
it's like, okay, with that subject, I'm not going to go and tell him about it unless he
Yep.
asks me.
Yep.
If he
Yeah.
asks me, I'll explain. Because I remember my mom told me like, oh, like, you know, my stepdad came to ask my mom like, why is she doing that? He should stay in prison forever. Like, why is she helping him out? You know, and my mom's like, I don't know. You have to go ask her. Go ask her. So to him, it's a curious mind. Like, why?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. I get it. Like, I don't know. I think it's every generations that this
Mm-hmm.
is just my idea. Every generation born with different brain.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
sometimes tell my kids, I know you guys are iPhone 11, 12,
Yeah.
but sometimes some people, or maybe including me, I might still iPhone 4. He's just
Mm-hmm.
like, 4?
Yeah.
It's a different, like, it's a different mindset. Like,
Mm-hmm.
it's some older generation people, they understand
Yes.
what we're going through or what we think.
Mm-hmm.
But most of the people, they don't get it, right?
Yes.
The things too. Like, so not everybody's getting it. Like,
Mm-hmm.
same things. I've been doing IG Live because I wanted to be a speaker. I want to
Mm-hmm.
speak better English, and you
Yes.
guys helping me out. And my husband still, he doesn't say IG Live. He said, you do the thing. What do you mean, thing?
Yeah.
He still doesn't really he probably knows. He doesn't really know what I'm doing. He doesn't want to know. I just
Mm-hmm.
like, this is what I talk about. You want to see the video? He's just like, no, I don't want to talk about. I don't want to watch. He just doesn't want to see what I'm doing.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. And I used to feel sad. Like, how come you
Oh.
don't understand what I'm doing, trying to do?
Mm-hmm.
But
Mm-hmm.
for him is, if I start doing something I want to do, he's gonna be left alone, right? He probably feels
Mm.
sad
Mm-hmm.
doing something. But I try to have a balance. I try to spend time with him, as much as possible. We walk together. So he's getting better.
Mm-hmm.
But like, I just kind of like, you know what? I'm going to stop convincing. I'm going to stop trying to make him understand what I'm doing, right?
Yeah.
It's a
Yeah.
waste of energy because feel sad,
Mm-hmm.
upset, especially family, right?
Mm, yeah.
Yeah. So I'm just going to
Wow.
be cheerful. I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to just like, I'm so happy I have you guys, to just, have fun and learning, right? I'll more focus on, just my happiness or my, how to say, fun stuff. More
Yeah.
growth too, right? Yeah.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. Oh,
Yes.
yeah. Just
But
Terry's.
it,
Yeah. Sorry.
I
Just
I
like,
know. I was like, I can relate. My wife does not relate to anything I do, so we
really?
just do not talk about it. Yeah, I totally
Wow.
understand that. Yeah.
Wow. Wow. That's good. Good to feel somebody else feels the same way too.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
especially to be in the movement maker group, it makes me feel like you guys are doing it too. So it makes you guys give me the motivation and like determination. Like, oh man, they're putting out the videos. I was like, okay, I gotta step up my game and like do something.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
And to be in a group that everybody is doing it too, it makes me feel more alive. Like I found
I know how
like
you
a
feel. Yeah.
community where, because I wanted to do this before I met the
Yep.
movement maker, but I didn't know how,
I
you
know
know,
what you mean. Yep.
and then now that I'm in this group, and then you know, inviting me to on your IG live, and Terry just, saying like, I'm learning a lot from Terry and his book. So it's like everybody combined together is making me grow and out of my comfort zone. So I am very blessed that I have something told me to join this group, and I'm very blessed.
Feel the same way, Rosie.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Just how lucky I am, right? And then
Yes.
yeah, yeah. And then like movement makers, they're like have English YouTube channels. And then I subscribe movement makers YouTube channel too, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then they are talking about, what their content is so great, very helpful.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Like,
Yes.
so Terry's ones, and, and then you post an IG live, like, so it very helpful. You
Yeah.
guys are very helpful. Yeah. Great
And it's like
content.
and everybody is like in their own like area too. So it's like, to me, it's like finding my space. Like, oh, where do I, like,
Mm-hmm.
what am I into? So
Yeah.
doing this 100 challenges, actually, I'm learning more about myself and what I
Yeah.
like to do
Yep.
and what not. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Trying something, right? And you learn
yes.
through doing something, and you learn about yourself too. I
Yes.
believe that way too, right?
Yes, me too.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Oh, thank you so much.
Oh, thank you,
Oh,
Yuko.
thank you. I really appreciate it. I always say time flies, right? It's
Yes.
just unbelievable.
Yeah, time flies, and we have to just be in the moment and embrace like the now. Like, I'm, learning to be more comfortable on like IG live, because I still get nervous and stuff. And to me, it's like learn to like just let go, like just be in the moment. Like, you don't have to think of like the next word to say. Just, like this. So I'm learning from you and Angela and everyone. Oh my gosh. So thank you guys. Thank
Oh,
you.
thank you. I really appreciate it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I will see you again on your live.
Yes.
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 Oh my gosh. So
I'm excited. We gotta
I'm
switch the
excited
role.
too. Yeah. All right. Thank you so much, Rosie. And thank you so much, everybody, just joined
Yes.
our live. All right.
Thank
So
you, everyone.
thank
Thank
you. All
you.
right. You guys have a great rest of the day. Thank you
Yes.
so
Bye,
much.
everyone. Have a great day.
Bye.
Bye. Bye, Yuko.
Rosie.